Hey you guys, Dawn Bright, SL-13377 here, and we are here to talk again about capes. So in my last video, I know a lot of people were confused about exactly which direction and orientation it was going, so we're going to go over it again. So the entirety of the cape is made in one piece, and the hood is a completely separate piece. And I feel like some of the best examples of the way this cape is supposed to lay is in the toys. I think, don't 100% quote me on this, I think that they actually 3D scanned Adam Driver so that they could then print these toys up and, you know, make them to their own design. One really neat point is the hood. So I get a lot of questions about where does the hood attach, where does this, where does that. To be honest with you guys, I've fixed my hood about 25 times now. It really depends upon how the hood is laying that day, and I change it as I see fit. As I stated, it's a completely separate piece. So you can see here, it's completely separate, wrapping around. And where it voids is right here on the inside of the cape. Mine is right here. It stops right here, and it stops right here. Make sure that it's more pulled forward on your body rather than back and hiding in the back. You should have that full cape almost about right here it lays on me. This is a really interesting thing. I see a lot of people with their seams go all the way to the front. That is not so. This seam voids right at the top of the head. Do not continue this seam all the way forward. And as you guys can see in my YouTube video about how to make the hood, that's exactly what I do. And in fact, funny enough, in this cheap little Kmart version, they do the exact same thing. You can see the hood stops right here. So the cape, let's talk about the cape. So one interesting point about this absolutely lovely cape is that in the front, when you have it, it's two-sided. Now everybody talks about shoulder seams. Woo, shoulder seams. Okay, so you should not be able to see the shoulders for the most part in the movie. There is this lower layer under here. See how my hand can go right in here? There's fray. Fray should go above. See how it's a beautiful fountain look? There's lots and lots of material here, as you guys know by the last video and my pattern. So the fray should come up and down, around to the shoulder, and then you have this part under here, same as well. Once again, as I stated, my hood is completely separate. So you can see here, here's that little part where they say the little zipper is, and the opening, which follows this. There is no zipper in here. Do not put a zipper in this part. There's a little tiny zipper in here, goes down to about right here, just so that Adam can pop his head into it. So as we continue around from this side, giant fountain, like I stated, it comes in around again. But what happens when you have that pull around is this giant piece of cape right here folds back onto itself, and you can see it right here wrapping back under and in, and this is just naturally laying this way. I have of course tacked it down because I don't want anything moving when I'm at a troop or an event. Everybody goes, oh, do you disattach it? No. Everything is attached to mine. I don't care how they did it in the movie. I want it to stay beautiful no matter how long I'm trooping for. I don't have a slew of people to be walking around fixing me in the movie. This top piece, oops, as I stated before, goes up and around here, and it comes into this little tiny capelet. And you can see that in any of the toys. See, this piece wraps around, up, back down into the cape. Now that is completely separate from this piece right here, which this piece is coming, and this is that under portion that we talked about before. See, it starts, as I've stated, the piece starts right here. If you're ready, starts here, wraps around, down, okay? Continues wrapping, and up. And that's, like I said, what creates this fountain part. So make sure that when you make your hood that it is a good size to your helmet that fits, but make sure it's not too big. I've seen so many giant hoods. It should fall perfectly around. Now there's no horsehair in mine. It just stays this way. When you have it the right shape, size, everything, I promise it's going to stay wide open, and that's why you always see mine in that perfect shape. I don't know what they did for the real movie. I don't think I will ever know, but mine seems to stay just fine without horsehair. I really hope this helps you guys, and hope you have a wonderful day.